everyone, it's Melissa, and on today's video, we will be doing a project tutorial on how to make this beautiful necklace using Jesse James beads, Pantone color in Whirl. I will go ahead and leave links in the description box to all the supplies needed. These are the supplies you will need for today's project. 1 strand of the Jesse James beads Pantone collection in rhodonite, 1 strand in Whirl, some eye pins, 6mm jump rings, and I'm using some beads left over for some other projects, some chain, and a clasp of your choice. I will also be using this tassel that came in the Magical Mystery bead box, as well as your tools. Let's go ahead and start designing. We're going to go ahead and cut these beautiful strands and decide which beads we would like to use for the projects. I'm going to go ahead and use the elephant as the focal. And when I take apart the strands, I kind of like to leave them as is on my bead mat, just in case I want to restring them the same way. They're such beautiful strands, you almost hate to take them apart to play with them. Now you could do this project on bead stringing wire if you chose to, but I'm going to go ahead and use the one-step looper and connect the beads onto eye pins. Then I'm using the rhodonite strand just to accent some of the gold pieces and the bronze pieces into this design. Love these little boho beads. How pretty are those? I had some blue pearls in between these bead caps, and I'm just going to go ahead and replace them with some of my bead soup. Then I have these little spacers here that I think I'm going to put on top of the elephant. So go ahead and just kind of play with your design and see what looks best for you. Once you have the beads chosen for your project, go ahead and bring over your eye pins and just string them right onto the eye pin and set them aside. And you can make an asymmetrical necklace if you desire. Completely up to you. And you don't have to make the links all the way around the necklace. You can go ahead and make them maybe 1/4 of the necklace, half of the necklace, and then just go ahead and add that chain on. That's such a pretty bead. Once you get all your beads strung onto your eye pins, you can go ahead and start making your wrapped loops or simple loops. I will be using the one-step looper. I absolutely love this tool because it saves so much time when you have to make a lot of loops or you're making a charm bracelet. It works up really fast. So you're just going to go ahead and put on your eye pin and just go and give it a squeeze and release. Sometimes it kind of gets stuck in there, and you have a perfect wrapped loop. Let me just go ahead and put it in again, and it really just depends on the gauge of the wire. Sometimes they'll bend super easy. Sometimes you have to squeeze it just a little bit harder. And just go ahead and make all your loops. Once you have all your wrapped loops completed, now it is time to start designing your necklace. So you can go with the small beads in the front, the large beads, completely up to you. So just play around with it and see what looks good. And then I'll go ahead and show you how to connect them. There's a couple different ways. I went ahead and connected one side of my necklace by just opening up that eye pin on one side and connecting it to the other one. Additionally, you can use jump rings to connect them. It's completely up to you. If you want to go ahead and connect it this way, you'll just pick up one of your links. Just open it up with your round nose pliers, connect it to the next one, next eye pin link, and close it up, and then just continue your pattern. Just go ahead and open up that little eye pin link, connect it onto the next one, and go ahead and close it up. And then just continue until you have your link of chain. Now that you have completed both sides of your necklace, it is time to add the chain, and go ahead and grab some jump rings and a clasp. For my necklace, I decided to double my chain just to give it more of a little statement to match the chunkier beads. To attach the chain, go ahead and grab some pliers and open up your jump ring. Now remember, when you open up your jump ring, you want to twist it side to side and not pull it apart. Go ahead and attach your jump ring to the top loop of your bead chain, and then go ahead and attach your chain. Again, close it up. And you'll do the same thing on the other side. To add on your clasp, you'll just add it on the same way with a jump ring and then just attach your clasp. I'm using a toggle for today's necklace. Now we're going to work on the pendant focal part of our necklace. So we're going to use this tassel. If you don't have the Magical Mystery bead box, you can always use just another tassel or create a tassel with some wrapped loops and some beads. So we're going to go ahead and grab a jump ring. Normally I would just open up the bottom of an eye pin and attach it, but since it's such a big loop, we're going to go ahead and add some jump rings. And I'm going to go ahead and attach 2 jump rings just to make sure that it is supported and it's not going to fall apart. And then just go ahead and close that up, and we'll go and add on the other jump ring. We have our 2 jump rings connected to the eye pin and the tassel. If you wanted to, you could make a couple little beaded dangles, add some color into the tassel. It's completely up to you. So onto the eye pin, we're going to go ahead and string on one of our bead spacers and our elephant from the fire whirl strand and another bead spacer. Then we're going to go ahead and make that wrapped loop on top or with the one-step looper. And then we will go ahead and connect it to our necklace. To connect the pendant onto the necklace, you can go ahead and just open up that wrapped loop and connect it to both of these bottom loops, or you can go ahead and use 6mm jump rings to connect them. So I'm going to go ahead and take one 6mm jump ring and connect these 2 gold bead links together, and go ahead and close that up. And then I'm going to go ahead and take another jump ring. Go ahead and open that up. Oops, that one came out a little crooked. Go ahead and open that up and attach it to the jump ring I just added. And on that, we're going to go ahead and add the focal. Go ahead and close that up. There we go. And just like that, you have a beautiful elephant necklace in Fire Whirl Pantone color. This is the beautiful necklace we have just created. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe for future tutorials and unboxings. Have a wonderful day.